champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
Like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yo, welcome back here to B Sports Report. B here. I got a lot to talk about. A little time. I'm going to try to compress all this in together. I know I done did my Louisville, post-Louisville game, Crow video, whatever you want to call it. I did rewatch that game. Not in my best interest at all. Because all I did was just get more pissed off about it. Excuse my language. I do appreciate y'all tuning back in. Like, subscribe my videos, comment. I talk back and I run my mouth back to y'all. Even after this loss, I've done nothing but talk smack back to Louisville fans about how terrible their team is. And that's what really pisses me off about this, this loss. And we just got blown out at home by a terrible Louisville team. Terrible. They're garbage. I mean, all they got is Lamar Jackson. I mean, there's one thing I want y'all to work. We need to work on between now and the bowl game. Is how about our DBs? When the ball's in the air, especially like corner end zone, these guys are going up, making these catches, push them out of bounds. Push them out of bounds. Because the Ole Miss game, we'd have won that game if Lonnie Johnson would just pushed him out of bounds. The dude's in the air. He's coming down trying to get his feet in while catching the ball. Push him out of bounds. I mean, come on. And then I watched twice this weekend up there at Kroger Field. Louisville guy went up to make the catch and just push him. I mean, I'll take the 15-yard penalty. Push him out of bounds. Don't let him catch that ball. I mean, dude, our DBs are soft. I mean, they came in overrated, overhyped. Supposed to be the best DBs in the country. And, well, shit. We all see how that went. Because by far one of the worst pass defenses in the country. I love my Cats. And it ain't nothing going to change that. But something's got to change. The outcome of this Louisville, Kentucky game, which I've been trying to explain to these damn Tard fans, is that we lost because we didn't show up. They blew us out because we didn't show up. In my opinion, only 2 players showed up for that game. That's Biddy Snell, who rushed for 211 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Jordan Jones. He got tired of them pushing around with no consequences. I mean, all we had to do was touch them, and we got a flag thrown on us. I mean, these guys are pushing and shoving after every play. It don't matter offense, defense. It doesn't matter. I mean, Jordan Jones, he just proved that you're not going to come in and you're not going to push around Kentucky. We're not going to let you push us around. So, I mean, the only thing I wish more of, I wish he just laid out Lamar a couple more times. I would have took the penalty. I mean, we're getting them anyways. But that's it. But, I mean, as soon as these bowl games are announced, I will talk more about it. I will break them down. I'm going to try to break down all of them. From, the damn Tulip Bowl all the way up to the National Championship. But, yeah. So, let's talk about Tennessee for a little bit here. Because that's something that's got to be talked about. I don't know however you want to say this dude's name. Comes out yesterday morning, breaking news. Florida was finalizing a deal to bring Dan Mullen from Mississippi State to Florida. That's true. It's a done deal. Dan Mullen done changed his Twitter. Backgrounds of Florida. Profile pictures of him and Tim Tebow after they won that championship. He done changed his thing from being Mississippi State head coach to Florida's head coach. But the funny one is, it's from the outside world. If you're not part of the Vol Nation, it's funny. This thing is just funny how all this went down yesterday. At the same time, Dan Mullen and Florida were finalizing a deal, what's his name? Saalo or Salano or whatever his damn name is. Oh, Greg Sonillo or whatever. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. But from Ohio State's defensive coordinator, they're hiring him as their head coach. Well, apparently he was on the Penn State staff that, all that Jerry Sandusky and got Joe Paterno, both of them, one locked up, one lost his job. All that. Apparently this guy's involved in all that. Dude went on to coach Rutgers. He had one winning year, one winning season. I think they went 11-1 or something, or whatever it was, 11-2. But Tennessee fans are so mad. They had a riot down at Neyland Stadium and Athletic Complex, and they won. Their athletic director is so big of a coward, he gave up to him. Which reportedly Peyton Manning was behind this hire, and one of your big donors was really behind this hire. John Curry is apparently now going to be fired, expected to be fired sometime this week. But I mean, so y'all went from John Gruden. Curry tries to hire this Sonalo or whatever his damn name is, and now I actually listened to, I guess it was a podcast or something. I seen this dude's Periscope. He was on Periscope talking about Tennessee. I really heard about it because yesterday he was really mad. I don't even know this dude's name was. What's his name? I don't remember. But I found it because one of my radio hosts was talking about how this dude was cussing and going off about the hire and so on and so on. So I rewatched that part of it last night. Last night's this guy's show yesterday. I watched that just to kind of get first-hand experience of what went on there. And so I ended up listening to the dude today. And y'all have gone from Gruden. I'm just basing this off of one show that I heard. I don't know much about this guy. I don't care. I hate Tennessee, but I respect SEC. So, but all I heard this whole time of this show today was, we need to hire Lane Kiffin. I'm like, well, so y'all were just talking about John Gruden the other day. So now y'all want Kiffin back. I could have swore y'all were really mad about this Kiffin deal. Because y'all hired him and he came in after one season, he bounced for USC. I don't know. I'm just a UK fan. That's kind of out of my fan range there. All those details. And then I'm hearing that Jason Witten, I'm pretty sure he's done announced he's retiring at the end of the year, or expected to retire at the end of this year. He is interested in the head coaching job. So I mean, the names in here are kind of ridiculous. You got Jeff Brum, Charlie Strong? No, Charlie Strong in this one. Jeff Brum and T. Martin, and Lane Kiffin. I'm sure y'all still want John Gruden in there, but if y'all ain't got that deal done now, it's not happening. I'm sorry. So Jeff Brum, who's in his first year at Purdue, they're 6-6, going to the bowl game. Who's actually expected to play my Cats in the Mississippi Bowl down in Nashville. I've also heard Florida State. Pretty much everything I'm hearing from Kentucky is Nashville. All my Kentucky fans, if you're still listening to this part, apparently we're going to the Big City Bowl in Nashville. Against either Florida State, or actually right now it says it's Purdue or Florida State. But if any of y'all been watching and keeping up, Florida State got to win this Saturday, which they should. They're playing Louisiana Monroe or somebody. Maybe at Lafayette. But, anyways. So, I mean, Tennessee, and I don't know. I do feel sorry for y'all. I mean, I know that y'all deserve better than what you've had. Anything's better than Butch Jones there. And here's the real kicker, though. This, what was his name? Whatever his name is. It's Greg, Ohio State defensive coordinator. Apparently, he done signed the contract. And so now he's wanting his buyout for them backing out. I mean, they already had the press conference set up and everything for yesterday, is what I'm hearing. Ready to introduce him. Actually, I think the press conference was today. But ready to introduce him as his new Volunteers football head coach. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I have seen that now he's wanting his buyout. So, and the way I understand it is Tennessee's already paying Fulmer for his buyout. What was it? Somebody else? I don't know about the Dooley situation, but Butch Jones, you just fired. Got to pay his buyout. And now, if this is true, you pay this dude's buyout. This dude's gonna be jobless, and the media is tearing up Tennessee football. I don't know. I think I would feel somewhat the same way if Kentucky lost Stoops, which is a good possibility. Well, I'm going to talk about all the coaching stuff in a minute, but I think it's a good possibility. I mean, I would feel the same way if I was in Tennessee shoes right now. I mean, I understand it, you know, and but I'm going to say one thing, Gruden. You're if that's your standard, your standard's way too high. I don't see you getting a Gruden. Probably out of the names that have been mentioned, I don't know a whole lot about T. Martin, but I do agree with Catfish Venable from Clemson, defensive coordinator. I think it's time for him, and I think he'd be a good fit in Tennessee. Jeff Brum. I keep saying Brian because I played against Brian in high school around here. I watched Brian Brum play for Louisville. But Brum would make a good coach. I'm even heard apparently on Feinbaum today. I don't know. I missed it. I didn't watch the part of it. But apparently on Feinbaum, they have said that Bobby Petrino is in the mix too. So I mean, out of all that, I think Bobby could. I don't know about Petrino. Petrino maybe. I mean, he made Louisville football what it is right now. He built this program up and got their expectations to where it is now. And he had success before leaving to go to Atlanta. But this time of go around, he ain't really been doing a whole lot. He's got them back, expectations back up. He's had them in the ranked top 10, but I don't know much about that. But I think Jeff Brum, Bobby Petrino are probably be good too. Like I said, Venable. I don't know a whole lot about T. Martin, but what I've heard just today from my Kentucky radio stations, from the One Tennessee show, which I have to look that up. I don't remember his name, but apparently a lot of people don't think T. Martin's ready for this yet, for a Tennessee job. And I know y'all have won national championships, y'all competed at the highest level in college football. So I understand that you want a coach that's going to get you back there. I mean, here in Kentucky, me personally, no. But here in Kentucky, man, we're giving our head coach extensions for winning 7 games, to give him a $250,000 bonus for winning 7 games. He even gets a bonus for us going bowling. what is it? I think if he gets one, I think if Stoops wins the bowl game, I think he gets another year extension just for this year. So this year alone, he'd add up 2 years of extension. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the rest of the coaching carousel here for a minute. We'll start with Ole Miss. They actually went ahead and kept their interim coach and made it impermanent. I can't think of his name right now. Matt Canada has put it out there that he's interested in a head coaching job. Arkansas fired Bielema. A&M fired Summerlin. So you got Florida just hired Mullen from Mississippi State. So that puts Mississippi State out there. So you got A&M, Arkansas, Mississippi State, Tennessee, all looking for head coaches. You also got Florida State, because apparently Jimbo Fisher's going to take A&M and Jimbo are finalizing that the final pieces of the contract there, make him the head coach at A&M, which opens up even more doors at Florida State, because apparently the Stoops is a candidate down there. Strong is a candidate down there. I'm missing one. I can't remember the other guy. There's another good one in there that's up for, apparently a candidate. But it is what it is. But I mean, so apparently my zone's going to take Gus is going to take the Arkansas job. Is kind of speculation. I don't know. I mean, apparently he's from Arkansas, so I guess I can see it. But is anybody going to hire Kevin Sumlin's kind of the question. I've heard he's going to, good possibly stays in the SEC and gets another job. If Stoops leaves, I'm putting this right here, right out right now. If Stoops leaves for Florida State, I want Troy Brown. Not Troy Brown. Neil Brown from Troy. And he's a Kentucky boy. He's from Danville, Kentucky, which is right outside Lexington. He's done really good at Troy. I think they won 10 games again. I think they won 9 or 10 games this year. They won 10 last year. So, I mean, I like him. He played at Kentucky. He started, when he got hired at Troy, he actually was offensive coordinator at Kentucky. So, maybe I'm a little biased there, but anyways, I've been talking way too long, and I still got one more thing I want to do in this video. So here it is. I'm just going to do 3 conferences. The 3 conference championships that matter. ACC, I think Clemson beats Miami. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a shootout. 31-24. It could actually be closer. It could be like 24-21, 27-24. But I think Clemson wins this game. I hadn't even looked at the line either, so I don't know who's favorite. Let's go to Big Ten. I'm actually going to go out on a limb, I guess. And I'm going to say Wisconsin beats Ohio State. I think Clemson beats Miami. And, you know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to say Miami beats Clemson. Some miracle last second. But also Wisconsin beats Ohio State 31-17, and the Dogs come back and get revenge on Auburn. Not even close this time. They're going to get their revenge. This time Auburn's got to go into Georgia in Atlanta, play Georgia. What is that? A 45-hour drive, I think, from Athens to Georgia, to Atlanta. If I'm right, I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm not 100%. But anyways, I think Georgia wins this game somewhere in the neighborhood 35-10. I think Auburn is kind of banged up. I don't care what their players say. They got kind of banged up against Alabama. I think Jake Fromm has a huge game. I think Chubb and Michelle both of them get going. I think they both. Georgia's going to run for about 150 yards and pass well over 300. So that's Georgia wins, Miami wins, Wisconsin wins, and so with my predictions, coming out tomorrow night is a playoff poll. I'm pretty sure they're still bringing out the poll if I'm right. But I'm going to go ahead and say my Final Four as of right now. I'm going to go ahead and put Clemson up there. And I'm going to put Wisconsin up there. And Auburn, Alabama. So I got Clemson, Wisconsin, Auburn, Oklahoma. I'm taking Alabama out. We're going to put them number 5. Alabama's going to be number 5. Oh, another game. I think TCU beats Oklahoma. I think TCU shuts down Oklahoma and Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield has a big game, but I think TCU gets the job done. Does just enough to squeak by Oklahoma. Knocks them out. But Tuesday, for Tuesday right now, tomorrow's playoff poll, which should be, if I'm right, they should still be having to come out. So, but that's Clemson number 1, Wisconsin number 2. Let's say Oklahoma number 3, and Auburn number 4. Followed by Alabama and Georgia at 5 and 6. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Like I said at the beginning of this video, like and subscribe my video, comment, and I'll talk back to you. And to all you horror fans, it was an ACC officiating crew, and it was one-sided flags. The flags only flew for one side. But anyways, peace. Catch you later.